Hi there, Jonathan here, back with you once again. The focus of today's video is all going to be about that increasing lifetime value. So today we're at Wednesday the 18th of Feb. What is that? That's day 171 on this journey. But just before I get into the strategies and what we're doing, let's have a look at what happened yesterday. Yesterday came in at 809 on sales, so not a bad day, not great. As I say, we're focusing or targeting more closer to the $1,000 mark. But anyway, our ad spend was $381. $517 in ad spend, so we came in with a profit of $291 on the day. Yeah, it's sort of it's in the okay range. Always happy to see profits, but to really hit my targets, I know there's plenty more work to be done. Today we're at 353 at about 2:30 in the afternoon, so there's definitely scope for that one to get up, maybe in the 700 to 800s, all being well. Anyway, let's talk about the increasing lifetime value. So back in the beginning of January, I really sort of set out what the plan was in terms of trying to do two things: reduce that cost per customer acquisition and increase the lifetime value. And it's using those two different things to actually open up profitability in the funnel. So where have we gone? In the first thing was looking at, okay, if I'm going to try and reduce the overall cost per acquisition, there's two things I can do. Is I can try and decrease the cost per customer, so that's potentially at the Facebook side of things, or I can increase conversion rates, which is at the landing or offer page side of things. So as you'll have seen during January, I showed you the new campaigns I put in, the new creatives, which is really has helped that building out the ads creative to try and keep the CPA down. Also on split testing, you'll know that obviously recently I've split tested different price points. I've split tested different bonuses and bonus stacks. So and just on that one, the split testing on the bonuses, two bonuses versus one. This is a test that's been running since the 13th Feb for about 5 days now. I just wanted to show you exactly what the numbers are showing. So this is the control, and as we can see, it's had 2,400 people visit the page. 60 people started the checkout process at 2.49%. 51 actually went ahead and completed the purchase, giving us a 2% conversion rate. This is my split test page. Again, same number of visitors, same number of people who started it, but actually 68 people went on to continue with it. So that's a good result, because we're up around 3% with that. So that's something that's definitely worked, putting that extra bonus in and making it a good bonus. So I'm almost ready to call this split test, but I like to really try and get closer to maybe 100 sales across each, just to try and be sure, because things do change quite a bit. So there's probably maybe 2 to 3 days left on this, and then I'll be stopping that split test, because I've got something new in mind that I want to test straight after it. Okay, so let's move on. The other side of things that I was looking to do over the Jan-Feb time was increase customer lifetime value. And that was, again, I walked through in a previous video this email automation that I'd set up, which is really all about a post-purchase, just move here, which was all about post-purchase emails. So for those people who didn't take the upsell straight away, which is obviously is the vast majority, it's how can we bring them back to that potentially upsell offer. And one of the things I wanted to do is to put in place an automated email sequence that would run for sort of 45 to 60 days maximum, that was really designed to do two things. Firstly, to get people to actually consume what they bought, because obviously, the more that they use the course, the more they'll get out of it, the more they'll be interested in other things and what's next. But also to sprinkle in there some of the offer messages as well. Now, I've set up I think the first 30 days I've got in place. I need to do more work to extend that. But also it occurred to me that another place where you can actually present the upsell offer is actually within the course itself. So I hadn't really thought about this one before, but I worked out how to do it. I just want to share that with you now. So just so we're clear on what's happening is that we've got our traffic coming to our initial $27 plus the bump, whatever that is, and then they're presented with the upsell or downsell sequence. Now, for those who don't buy the upsell in there, this is where I said I've created this automated email sequence. This consumption sequence. This is about getting them to try and use the product they've just purchased, and also introduce them to more about the upsell. But then there's the second component, is the in-course upsell itself. So while they're actually consuming it, they get the option to upgrade their purchase there and then. So this is actually what it looks like in practice. It means that when people initially log in, they get to see this upgrade offer that I've now put within the course, and I can actually show you that in the page. So this is what people see when they've registered and gained access to the initial $27 offer. They get all the information there, and then there's the offer presented to them, and then they can click there to actually get this upgrade offer. Now, this is at a really, really discounted price point, because at this stage it may be that the window for actually getting people to convert on upsells is generally within that first sort of 30 days while there's still some real momentum going. And I want to test this, so we'll be testing probably different price points at some point, but initially I'm just trying to get some data to say, does this as a strategy work? Now, when they log in, they first see this, but they don't see it every single time they move around. Once they're in and they're moving around their different courses, that banner disappears. So it's trying to find a balance between making sure they see the offer without seemingly overselling it all the time. Okay, so that's one extra element that I wanted to put into the overall strategy to try and get this increased lifetime value. So we're going to run that now, and let's just see what happens. See if it brings in some sales, see if it helps us nudge that LTV number. But you need to see it over the course of a month to see if it actually has had any impact. Hopefully will. So next I will be looking to expand on the post-purchase email sequence. Okay, so that's all for today. Hopefully once I can call that other split test on the 2 bonuses versus 1, which I think I know which way that's going to come out. But I've already got another split test in mind after that, because there's always stuff to be testing as we try and move towards these targets. It's all really about trying to open up margin. So you've either got to reduce the cost of customer acquisition or increase the value of a customer. They're the 2 big levers that we're playing with. Okay, so I hope that's all clear. If you've got any questions, just let me know, and I'll look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.